Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. We're going to be discussing everything Solana, give you guys my daily analysis on the price of Sol, see what is happening, and of course what we could be expecting as we do go approach the end of the month, which is coming really fast. But if we're looking at the overall market, going into Sunday morning, compared to my previous update, which was just a few hours back, some of the updates that I uploaded. But since then we are seeing something different happening. We're seeing some coins going back into the green that were in the red at that time. And the reason as to why that's the case is pretty simple. We are seeing Bitcoin going back above $65,000 as of recording this update, which is really nice to see. So let's discuss what we could be expecting in the next 24 hours, so in the very short term. If we're looking at the price of Solana, currently sitting at $174.48, we're down about 0.5% over the past 24 hours in USD and Bitcoin comparative. If we're looking at it in terms of its market valuation, it's holding really strong at that $77.3 billion mark. If you're comparing it to the yesterday's update, the beauty of doing daily analysis is we can kind of differentiate what's happening. But in this case, as far as the market cap goes, it has remained pretty much the same, which is really nice. And of course, the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $2.5 billion, which is not bad at all. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So we're going to start off by talking about, of course, the Solana DeFi. I want to start focusing on this on a day-to-day basis, so we can kind of go back in time to see where it was and where it's at now. So if we're looking at the Solana total DeFi in terms of total value locked, we're looking at still about above 4 billion. So to be exact, 4.6 billion that is locked as of now. That is of course really nice to see, and again should not be a surprise to any one of us at this point. We know the amount of developments, we know the amount of interest that is coming towards this chain. So this number is something that does not shock me, and I think this number is going to continue to increase as we do go further into the bull market, as well as the price of the native token starts reaching all-time highs. I think this is organically going to increase with that. So that's that in terms of total value locked. But today we're gonna start focusing on this. There's a lot of people, and believe it or not, there's trolls out there. I kid you guys not. I'm pretty sure if you guys go on some of my other old updates, you will see a few comments coming in, and they're talking extremely negative. And these are the exact same people that just completely missed out the train. They saw that opportunity at $15, they saw that opportunity at $18, $20, $25, and they missed out. And of course, they are wishing they could go back. And this happens. Again, it's not always going to be winners, right? There's going to be winners and losers. There's going to be people that actually make massive amounts of gains off it, and there's always going to be losers, because if there were only winners in this market, then that just absolutely makes no sense. If you're looking at the Google Trends, guys, this is one of the key metrics. Now, if you're new coming into this market, I think this is something that you need to pay very close attention to. It kind of gives us an understanding as to how much interest is really coming in. This is a perfect way to kind of check that out as well. It shows how many people are searching about Solana. This right here, I'm going by worldwide, and we're looking at the last 12 months. So of course, pretty flat throughout 2023, and then it picked up, and we reached all-time high searches just a few days back. So this is showing you a lot of retail is starting to focus on Solana, and people are still in the crypto space that are just honestly, well, how do I put this? They're lying to themselves. The reason as to why I say this is because people think the bull market is still far away until it comes to an end. But I think that time is coming so close. I kind of discussed this, I think, in my Dogecoin update. People are thinking that sometime in 2025, maybe late 2025 is going to be the top, because this cycle, quote unquote, is the super cycle. But do you really want to risk that? Do you really want to risk your massive gains that you have made over the past few months, and that you are going to make in the next 8 to 10 months? Are you going to risk that just to think that the super cycle is actually going to exist? If you think anyone can confirm that this is going to be a super cycle, absolutely not. No one can confirm that. So the best way to maximize your gains is stick to your exit strategy, go by historic price patterns, and lock some profits in, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I might I'll look into maybe early next year to see where the market is at, what's the sentiment. But like I said so many times on my videos, end of the year, maybe in January, I should be completely out and on the sidelines unless some crazy thing happens. But still, I think I'm gonna stick with my gut and not get greedy, because see, this is where I talk about being greedy. We tend to think, oh, you know what, it's already up so much and it's going to continue to go up because ETFs are in, BlackRock is in. But do you not understand there's going to be some people that are already in the ETFs that might actually have some financial knowledge and start cashing out because they've hit 3x on their Bitcoin position. So we need to keep that thinking going, and I think that's what I'm going to stick with. But do let me know down below what you guys personally think. But that was quite a big rant, but I really want you guys to not be brainwashed by a lot of these articles. They're saying we're gonna see Bitcoin go to $1 million this cycle, we're gonna see Bitcoin go to 1.2 million, we're going to see this market cycle top out until 2025. And come on guys, let's be realistic. So if we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance has not changed much compared to yesterday. But one thing that I can tell you guys that is positive is that Bitcoin is pushing up. We're currently sitting at 65,300. Fingers crossed, guys. We've seen this over the past few days, and we did get a few rejections. So let's not get too excited right now. But if the price of Bitcoin is able to push to the March 21st, price targets, which was around 68k mark, I think this is where we could start getting exciting. So here, let me put this into perspective. That's still a move of about 4.5%. That's the target that I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is able to reclaim above that zone, I think we could be in for a nice, great weekend as we close out the month of March. That is how I'm currently looking at, but do let me know your thoughts down below for that. If we're looking at our good old friend Solana, so Solana is pretty much hanging where it was yesterday. So let's kind of briefly go over Sol targets, and then we can call it a day here. Let's give it, I don't know why it tends to get stuck sometimes. So one thing right off the bat, if you're looking at the daily time frame on Solana, we're seeing a very, very similar price chart compared to Bitcoin. Please tell me if you guys also see that, a very, very similar price chart. But let's switch to the hourly time frame, and you guys can see this for yourself. So of course, we're starting to see Sol trying to break towards the upside, but it's being very, very correlated with the price of Bitcoin right now. But the next resistance is around this $177 mark. I think if we're able to clear that out, we could be pushing up towards the $193, which is honestly a realistic next target to be aiming for, which is still a move of about 11%. So keep very close eyes on Bitcoin. Obviously, today's still the weekend. On the weekends, we do tend to see more manipulation than usual because CME futures are closed. So pay very close attention to Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin is able to push at to certain levels, especially above $66,000, if it's able to go to 66k and it's able to close its daily candle there tomorrow, I think we could see a nice upcoming week ahead of us. But do let me know your thoughts down below. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.